Hello, my dear friends. Happy Mother's Day to you. Today was a wonderful day in LA, full of sun and birds were singing since morning till now, the late evening. I think they were also celebrating with us the Mother's Day. And I saw lots of happy and joyful women on the streets and in our activities. It was great today. It was an activity devoted for purification of aura, and tomorrow we also continue with our feminine activities. We will have an activity in the beach for feminine purification and empowerment. Congratulate all mothers with their true, wonderful, amazing day. Congratulate all children, and doesn't matter how old you are, 5 or 55, with this day because we all have something in common. Like all people, doesn't matter of age, nationality, language that we speak, even doesn't matter of gender. We have the same is that we all came to this world through mothers. We all have mothers. And today is such a wonderful day to honor women in their wonderful manifestation. Did you know that the word mom or mother is almost the same sounds in all languages of the world? In Russia, in English, in Spanish, in Portuguese, ma'am, mom. And do you know who created this word? This word mom or mama was created by children themselves. And scientists noticed that children, when they are born and when they just learn how to communicate with this world through sounds, the first sound that children usually pronounce is mom. So this is the way how they're calling for the most dearest, for the most relative, for the most close person, creature that they have around. They're calling for their mother. And that's amazing. And I feel that we're all children of of our mothers. We're all unique. And through this, through mother's love, we all are united. So mothers, this day and this webinar I devote to you. And doesn't matter how old are your children, and doesn't matter if you don't have physical children or your own children. Anyway, mother is one of the five main roles of a woman. So women have like five main manifestations that through which they bring different types of energy to this world, and we manifestate our feminine individuality, feminine soul, our feminine power through these different manifestations, through these different roles. And the role of mother is one of the most important. And it just doesn't matter if you don't have a child or you're not planning to have one. The thing is that the role of the mother is inside of us. It's in our blood, in our body, it is in our way of manifestation and communicating. So this necessity to take care about someone, to create the positive atmosphere, to create the field of love around, these are all qualities of the mother. And we women manifestate these qualities in not only in towards our children, but also towards our beloved. For example, if you have a husband or a boyfriend, There is always a time when you want to really take care about him, and he really is in search for mother's love in you. He is in search for support, compassion, understanding, care. When your beloved is returning back from his hard and tired work, and he really is in search for someone to hug him with the heart, to listen to his complaints about the difficult work or the bad partner or whatever are the difficulties. He's waiting for someone to take care about him, even maybe to feed, and to cook something. The same, it helps to improve relationships. This mother's care that really is helping to manage relationships in the family. The same is happening with friends. We can manifestate our inner mother in a company with our friends, because when they come to our home and we are hosting them, or even if we are going out together in some company or camping or um, in other places, all people, they are like searching for someone from whom they can feel like kind of protection of the mother, someone who can support and someone who can understand in a difficulty. If you go camping, the manifestation of mother is the one who would always care about the food, about that you take matches, that you take blankets or soft or warm clothes with you, so not to be cold in the windy weather. Even in our retreats, we give this possibility for women to manifestate their quality of mother when they're taking care about their others. So everyone would be hosted good, and when you take care about your friends, if someone is not thirsty or not hungry, when you'll just surround people with love, with care, with understanding, the same you can manifestate the mother's quality in your work, especially if you're the one who is a boss, or you have like employees, or you have people for whom you're responsible. Like the place where you work, when it is in order, when it is like comfortable, and when people who are working with you are feeling comfortable too, it's amazing, because this when you create in your work the atmosphere of family, the atmosphere of home, people who are working together with you, they really appreciate it and they feel really thankful, and the work is going much easier and better when it feels like home. Not so long ago, several days, I was in one university in Colorado, and we were giving a lecture there in a vegan community, and we were like knowing deeper the culture of students and of this community. It was wonderful communication. And after that, we were like going through the university, and most of the places there were like decorated with flowers and soft sofas and pillows and some carpets and paintings. And at one moment I said, wow, it feels like home. And when I could imagine if sometimes the teachers or some psychologists could take the role of the mother who is ready to listen, to understand your problems, to support you, even not giving us some kind of special advice, but just supporting, understanding, love. It is so much missing now in the modern community, that people are most of all staying closed inside themselves, and they really need a mother to open heart, to share, to trust. because not always really your relatives or even your friends can understand you. So if you're a woman who can manifestate, who have this gift of being a mother, doesn't matter for whom, for your own child or for the community, for the tribe or for the group or for the workers or for students, depending on your work. If you're creating this like healthy, loving family community atmosphere in the place where you are, people will be really grateful for you. I don't say that you have to escape the other points of your activity of being like sometimes strict or maybe to be fair. Of course, in work, in university, and studies between friends, there are lots of different other manifestations of a woman. But this mother manifestation that we're talking today about is so much important for the society because it brings us together. We all love to sit around the fireplace or to meet and talk with one another during lunchtime, maybe, or in the dinner and celebrating the events together. So, creating this loving atmosphere is the mission of a woman, and she is the only one who can bring this atmosphere to the world. She's the only one who can share it from her own heart. And what is most important, that the role of the mother is in fact important for the whole world, because mother is, I would say, something where the future is born. All our future, all our planet and the future generations, and I would say even present, depends on mothers. Do you know why? Well, because we all come from childhood. And when the mother is communicating with her child is copying everything that mother is doing, the way she is acting, the way she is reacting on the things, even the way she thinks, and even her emotional reaction on different life situations. So even if the mother thinks that my child is too little to explain something, it's not like that. Once I was a witness of a like not really nice situation. I was waiting for a friend to come and take a consultation in one park near the children's yard, and I saw a couple who is coming, a young man and a young mother, their parents, and with a little girl. She was about 4, maybe 4.5 years old. And the daughter, the little girl, she was like playing with her toys and trying to ride her little pinky bicycle. And at this moment, I saw like parents, they were like opening the paper to make a cigarette, and they were like putting the grass there, maybe tobacco, maybe something else, I don't know. So they were like screwing it and start smoking, talking about their things. They were not arguing, they were like calm, peaceful. But the thing that they were smoking, and the daughter, the little girl, was going all around them, it was like they thought that nothing really happened. They were like thinking, okay, she's like little one and she maybe doesn't understand, and when she will grow up we will explain to her that smoking is bad for her health. But the thing is that it will be too late, because little children, they are copying everything that they see, even if we parents don't notice this. That's why it is important for women to develop an ability to, first of all, to be positive and to be loving. If the child doesn't receive pure love, if the child is not loved, then this person will grow up in someone who will be never loved in his life. Even if this person will be having his own or her own family, the child who grew up in the family when the child didn't feel himself or herself loved, he will never feel loved during all his life. I had a situation like that in my practice in one of the countries. The woman who is over 50 years old, she has 3 children, a loving, wonderful husband. They're living together in their house. And this year she already have a second grandchild, and it's great. And when she came for the session of Gyud, I was talking to her, and she had some problem in the left part of her body. She had the problem with her left arm. It was aching so much at the level of the shoulder bladder, and she couldn't understand what was the pain coming from, because she passed through different medicine tests, and and there was no like understanding why. So I made her a good session, and you know, the session was like going 1 hour, then another hour. We stopped because it was really hard and deep. And I said to her, okay, you need the second one. And the next day she continued it 1 hour more, and we were going deeper, but still we couldn't get to the point. And only on the third session we could dig so deeply that she was like crying, and her body was like trembling so much. And I was saying, what happened to you? And with the voice of a little girl, she said, I'm not loved. Nobody loves me. My mother doesn't love me. I missed my mother. And this was like, you know, such a situation that I almost cried myself. But I know that I cannot do this, so I was transforming her energy of her child's trauma, of not receiving enough love from her mother. And we changed the script of their relationships. We changed the model in her mind, in her attitude. And when she went out of the youth, so she was like amazingly beautiful and amazingly young. It was like a real great transformation. And since that moment, I didn't meet the woman for several months. And when I came back to the city, I could see a real improvement in her own relationship with children. If before they had some kind of different fightings, misunderstanding, and especially because children were like in teenagers, so these conflicts happen often. And I observed that they're like changed completely. They became such a loving family. They became such a loving, wonderful family with lots of deep understanding. And I understood that her children now are truly loved, and when they will grow up, they will choose good partners for themselves, and they will create real good, loving families. The same, it is important when the mother is able to share love. So the children, they are copying what is happening to mothers. And if the mother, it's very important what kind of values mother has. If she really is able to forgive, to love, to share the purity of love, then the child will grow up with the same quality. But if her principles of relationships are based, for example, on jealousy, or based on attachments, and she is always worrying where is the partner, and she is blaming her husband or blaming other relatives in all her situations that are happening around her. Probably she also didn't receive the lesson from her mother about how to share love, how to give this love to people. And so through this, we're like charging our children with the same negative reaction. And this is the way how usually the belt of celibacy is created, and that's why it is passing through one generation to another, from mother to daughter and next. So it's so important for us, for women, to learn how to feel loved, and how to share love. This is so much important because we are those who create the loving atmosphere, not only in the family but also in the environment around, in our jobs, in our activities, in the world generally, because we women were so strongly emotionally connected all over the world. And if we're able to generate this love, and we really learn how to do it in our field of love meditations, how to open our hearts, how to forgive ourselves, how to forgive the others, our husbands, our children, our parents, then we become the pure channels of energy, and we are like making an input for the future, for future generations. And even in nowadays, in this time, situations start to improve for better. Did you ever heard that the prayer of the mother is one of the most strongest? I would tell you an example from my own practice. There was a situation of one woman. Her little child had a heart surgery, and it was really going, I would say, hard. It was really difficult. So she was asking for help, and I said, okay, do you have mothers around you? And she said, yes, most of my friends are already mothers. And I said to her, okay, unite everyone for the circle healing prayer meditation. And mothers, like 17 mothers, were praying and creating such a great healing field of energy. I was guiding them online. I was supporting through all this time. And during all the surgery, while the child was there, the mother was in the hospital, and all these 17 mothers were sitting in her house and meditating and sending the power of their healing prayers. All together we could create such an amazing energy atmosphere that the surgery gone not only well but very quick, and the recovery of the child was wonderful. Doctors were amazed. How did it happen? And I said, this is the miracle of the mother's prayer. And I'm sure that each one of you, at least once in your life, experienced the power of the mother's prayer. We women have such strong emotions. We have such strong power of our emotional center that our prayers can really create a miracle. I wrote about this a lot in my book After Death, about how is the better way to bring up children, and which is the best attitude of mother to her children, to their husband, because sometimes husbands are also a second or maybe third child, and it's okay, it's normal. If it don't last for too long, as for just for several hours during the day, they really need our care and our support. So you are welcome to read more about this in my book. And I thank you, all the mothers, for your patience, for your love, for your care that you bring to this world. We are gladly waiting for those who are around in the area of LA in our retreat that is called the Shakti Path, the retreat for women of all ages, for mothers and not mothers too, to reconnect with our feminine power, with our second chakra, with our feminine energy, and to open our feminine destiny. I'm thankful for all the women who taking care about us here in LA, and very often they are like behaving with us like mothers, and their love of the heart is so wonderful and so touching, even in little details. Thank you very much, especially to Larissa, to Luchizara, to Irina, to Julia, and to many other women. We have really wonderful feminine community here, and I believe that very soon this community will grow even bigger, and this true love of women will inspire lots of people for real good things in life, because the inspiration and support of mother is one of the most important in life of any person. And I wish you, my dear friends, to get along with your mothers well, to respect them, to love them. Maybe you don't need to follow all the advices that they give. Maybe sometimes mothers are too much caring. Maybe sometimes they are like giving advices from only their point of view, and we really know that we should act in a different way. But what we have to do is to honor that everything that mothers do, they do it from their best and positive intention, from their deep love to us, to their children. And just for this, for that we were born in this world, for that we have this chance and a physical body to pass through this difficult life, but through this life to have an experience of our soul and to improve ourselves, we should be grateful to for our mothers. Happy Mother's Day for you, and for all your relatives, for everyone with whom you're celebrating today. I send you lots of love. We will start now our evening meditation, sending love to you, to your families, and cover with love of our hearts, and feeling you join us together in this meditation to cover the greatest mother in our life is the Mother Earth. Let's take care about our Mother Earth, send to her our love through our positive behavior, not polluting the streets, not polluting the forests, and trying to behave with honor to the nature when we go out for picnics or travelings or trekking, or even if you are going out to the beach for your vacation. Let's honor our great Mother Earth. Let's honor our great Mother Universe for that spiritual waves of energy that is sending to us. And let's us women join together in our path of spiritual development. Let us be examples for all the children around us, our physical children, our spiritual children, just children around, even in the streets. Let's be spiritual examples. Let's be the sources of positive energy, of love to all of them. This is our true mother's mission. Namaskar.